The stars did not go silent all at once. At first, it was dismissed as coincidence, anomalies in long-range communications, missing trade beacons, unexplained gaps in hyperspace traffic. Entire systems stopped reporting in, one after another, like candles being snuffed out beyond the edge of perception. By the time the Galactic Council realized the pattern, it was already too late. Earth had begun to retaliate. 1. The mistake that started it. Humanity had been considered loud, chaotic, and dangerously unpredictable, but not existentially threatening. The mistake was assuming unpredictability meant lack of control. When the Zallu Dominion launched a limited corrective strike against a human border colony, they believed it would be a lesson, a warning, a reminder of hierarchy. The colony was small, lightly defended, civilian-heavy. The Dominion destroyed orbital infrastructure and seized the system's jump gate. Casualties were described as acceptable. They expected outrage. They expected negotiation. They expected humans to beg. What they received instead was silence. 2. Silence is not human weakness. For 6 standard days, Earth said nothing. No threats. No emergency council session. No mobilization visible to foreign intelligence. Human networks went dark, not from damage, but by choice. Military traffic encrypted beyond known parameters. Civilian media ceased broadcasting speculation. To the galaxy, it looked like paralysis. To humanity, it was consensus. When Earth finally responded, it did so with terrifying clarity. 3. The first retaliation was invisible. The Zallu Dominion lost 3 fleets before realizing they were under attack. No explosions, no battles, no distress calls. Navigation data drifted just enough to misalign hyperspace exits. Fleet formations emerged inside gravity wells, too close to stars, too far from support. Ships tore themselves apart trying to compensate. Dominion Command blamed faulty updates. Then their logistics collapsed. Fuel depots reported impossible shortages. Supply convoys arrived intact, empty. Automated systems contradicted themselves until human analysts would later describe it as induced indecision. Earth had not fired a single weapon, and yet the war had begun. 4. Why humans don't target cities first. Galactic doctrine prioritized terror. Humans did not. Earth's retaliation ignored population centers entirely. Instead, humans dismantled command coherence, resource distribution, predictive capability. Human war doctrine did not seek surrender. It sought irreversibility. By the time the Zallu realized Earth was responsible, half their infrastructure was no longer functional enough to fight back. 5. The Council tries to intervene. The Galactic Council convened an emergency session. Delegates demanded explanations. Observers demanded restraint. Mediators demanded ceasefire talks. Earth sent a single representative, not a general, not a diplomat, a systems engineer. She spoke calmly. You attacked a human civilian population, she said. This response is proportional to the risk you demonstrated. A Zallu delegate hissed in disbelief. You are dismantling an empire. The engineer nodded. Yes. 6. The moment the stars began to go silent, human fleets finally appeared, but not where expected. They did not advance along borders. They did not contest territory. They emerged inside deep space relay hubs, places no one thought to defend. Human ships were ugly, modular, mismatched, clearly not designed for display. They deployed autonomous structures that latched onto communication nexuses, rewriting routing logic faster than any AI could counter. Entire regions lost contact with the wider galaxy. Trade stopped. Navigation failed. Emergency signals went unanswered. The stars did not explode. They simply stopped speaking. 7. Panic spreads faster than war. Neighboring species shut down jump lanes. Civilizations isolated themselves voluntarily. Ancient empires retreated behind defensive doctrines that hadn't been used in millennia. Humanity did not pursue them. That was worse. It meant Earth retaliation was specific, intentional, contained, which meant it could be reapplied. 8. The Zallu's final escalation. Desperate, humiliated, and collapsing, the Zallu Dominion launched a last offensive. They targeted Earth itself. A combined fleet, every remaining capital ship, jumped toward the Sol system. They never arrived. Human interdiction fields folded hyperspace like fabric. Jump points became traps. Ships emerged fragmented, scattered, and helpless. For the first time in the war, Earth fired weapons. The engagement lasted 9 minutes. No human casualties were reported. 9 after the Dominion fell. Earth did not occupy Zallu space, did not install governors, did not claim territory. Human forces withdrew the moment the Dominion lost the ability to project power. The Zallu species survived. Their empire did not. They were reduced to isolated worlds, unable to coordinate, trade, or threaten anyone ever again. It was not genocide. It was amputation. 10. The Council's realization. In the aftermath, the Galactic Council conducted analysis. What frightened them most was not the scale of destruction. It was a restraint. Earth had the capability to erase worlds. They chose not to. They removed only what was necessary, which meant next time they could choose differently. 11. Why the stars fell silent. Human retaliation did not echo through explosions or ruins. It echoed through absence. Silent channels, dark relays, empty space where influence once existed. The galaxy learned that humans did not need to shout. They could simply turn you off. 12. A human admiral explains it simply. When asked why Earth's response had been so brutal, a human admiral gave a single answer. "We don't escalate to win," he said. "We escalate to make sure it never happens again." 13. The new galactic rule. Unwritten, unspoken, universally understood. You may argue with humans. You may compete with humans. You may even fight humans once. But if you force Earth to retaliate, the stars will remember your name only by its silence. 14. The colony is rebuilt. The human border colony that started it all was rebuilt. Stronger, more connected, more defended. No monuments to the war were raised. Only a plaque. It read, "Here lived civilians." The galaxy was warned. 15. And the stars remained quiet. Trade eventually resumed. Signals returned. Empires stabilized. But something fundamental had changed. Whenever a system went dark now, only briefly, every civilization paused. Because they all understood the same fear. If Earth ever retaliates again, the stars may not come back.